Hello, I'm Mark Davis. Welcome to the December 14th edition of PAR Tuesday News Review. TNR is your timely source of news that is important to IDA providers and our community. December 15th, 2021 marked the one-year anniversary of the first edition of TNR, which has averaged 200 viewers weekly. We hope you find our broadcast helpful and request that you send any feedback to par@par.net. December is Universal Human Rights Month. For more information, visit par.net. As you know, the Pennsylvania State Legislature agreed with the administration deciding how to spend the funds generated by the 10% HCBS-specific FMAP bump. On December 1st, DHS ODP received conditional approval of their spending plan, and the provider attestation forms for the one-time COVID relief funding were released. The funding is up to 5% of a provider's annual ODP-Administered HCBS waiver claims. According to ODP, provider requests submitted by this Friday, December 17th, will be processed for payment prior to the end of December, and requests for supplemental payments may be submitted through January 31st of 2022. All providers are encouraged to apply. We continue to hear that DHS ODP is close to completing the revision of the ODP-administered waiver rates. Although the timing is not certain, it is estimated that these revisions to the rates may be effective in the second half of January to sometime in February of next year. ODP announced on Thursday of last week that they plan to invest $400 million in the revised rates. The amount is subject to change during the final stages of review. We expect that the proposed new rates will be published for the 30-day public comment period over the next few weeks, once DHS ODP completes the final stages of review of the rates. ODP plans to have these rate increases retroactive to January 1st, 2022, except for the adult autism waiver rate increases, which will be retroactive to July 1 of 2021. ODP announced the reinstatement of some regulations that are suspended under Pennsylvania's Appendix K. PAR has requested clarification of this from ODP. The Build Back Better bill, as passed by the House on November 17th, includes the Better Care, Better Jobs policies and funding for HCBS at the level of $150 billion over 10 years, and is now being considered by the Senate. PAR is advocating for enactment as soon as possible so DSPs and people on the waiting list may get the relief they desperately need. The fourth distribution of Provider Relief Fund is in process, with HRSA adjudicating providers' funding applications for the rural distribution first. In total, Pennsylvania's IDA rural providers are to receive $3.266 million. The remaining PRF Phase 4 distributions are expected to begin later this month. Please go to www.par.net/action-center to contact your House and Senate members to support PAR's advocacy efforts at the state and federal level. Remember to follow PAR on Facebook and Twitter to check out, like, and share our posts. Be sure to tag Governor Wolf and your state and federal legislators to help spread our message. Thanks for tuning in to PAR TNR. Stay safe, everyone, and we'll see you next week.